What's good, everybody? It's Gentleman Jugg.
And Son.
Welcome to the Gentleman Juggcast. I don't know what episode this is. I'm thinking it's 25.
It's somewhere around the 20s.
I'm guessing it's in the 20s. So, we've been doing it for a while now. Pretty close to 6 months, man.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
Half a year almost. Doing this.
I think we started in April.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, not April 1st, not April 20th, just April. I don't know the day.
Not even April Fools.
Well, April Fools would be April 1st. Yeah. So, you want to try that again? No, you don't want to try it again. Yeah, that's what I figured. So, we got a movie that we're going to be talking about today, son. And what's that?
Constantine, City of Demons.
City of Demons. So, what'd you think about this flick, son?
Well, I don't know. When I first saw it, I didn't think it would be that good, but it surprised me.
It surprised you?
Yeah.
I guess I'm going to surprise you with how I felt about it. But before we get into any of that, we got something to talk about.
Yeah. We got World Wrestling.
World Wrestling.
Entertainment.
Were you entertained by last week's Raw and SmackDown?
Yeah.
For the most part, huh?
Yeah, like with Sheamus. Are you entertained?
Are you entertained? I that's my worst Sheamus impression. I could do better than that, but I need a bit more alcohol, and I could do it. I could do it. I bet I could do it good.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll figure that out. But take me through there, son. Take me through it.
Well, I guess we're starting with last week's Raw.
Yeah. And before we get into this, okay, I want to go ahead and say that we do know what happened on this past Raw, because we're talking about this on a Tuesday. We know Big E at this point in time has won the WWE Championship. Okay. He was fighting Robert Lashley.
Yep.
After they got through fighting Randall Orton. And that's pretty much what happened. He Bobby pinned Randall, and then Big E came out and he fought him
by cashing in
his Money in the Bank, and that's how he got the W, the Dubster.
The Dubster.
And that's why Big E is now championship. Now, I expected that he was going to cash it in on Roman Reigns. He had been pretty much for the most part just, goofing off around, Paul Heyman and such. But, I guess he didn't want another tribal chief and decided, I'm getting that championship from Bobby.
That or he saw, he's like, oh no, there's Brock Lesnar there. There's Finn Balor going after him.
Yeah, there's just too much here.
Let me go over to Robert Lashley. All he's got is Oldberg. I can beat Oldberg.
Yeah, I can beat Oldberg. Who can't beat Oldberg at this point?
Oh,
it sure as hell ain't Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar can beat Oldberg, no problem. He came out and I'm like, yeah, he's ready to freaking take on the tribal chief. I think that he might actually, if the demon doesn't take it, then he will take it. Somebody's taking the title from Roman, and I think it's one of those two.
I think it's Barack.
So, so take me through Raw, last week's Raw, boy.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, I don't really remember much.
Okay, look, neither do I. All right. So
I was kind of just relying on you for that.
What I remember from watching, because Raw is just, it's not a great show. Barring all of yesterday's Raw is just not a good show. Okay. Before this, I really wasn't tired of Bobby Lashley, but I was kind of getting interested in the Bobby Lashley MVP and the RK Bro storyline. Yeah. I was kind of getting into that. And now I'm thinking that this is going to take precedence, where Bobby is going to be dealing with trying to get his title back from Big E.
Well, I guess also fighting off Oldberg, but
yeah. I mean, now look, I will say this. I am a huge fan of the whole thing where, the champion is having like multiple threats coming from him at all times.
Yeah, like Roman Reigns.
Yeah, like Roman Reigns is having that, and they were kind of doing the same thing with Bobby, but Big E kind of just took over. Because like there was a multiple threat. Like if you remember back, well, no, you don't remember, you weren't there, but in the Attitude Era, there was like this. There was this sense of I don't know if anybody else who remembers the Attitude Era feels this, but it was like a sense of like everybody's trying to get the title all at the same time. And there's like, it's like a huge kind of like, it wasn't up for grabs, but it's like there was a scramble, like who's going to have the championship this week. And it could go from week to week on like the story of what was going on between, The Rock, Triple H, Mankind, and Stone Cold Steve Austin. And, The Undertaker was in there, but it was really more like a mad scramble of like who's getting it. At least that's how it felt. WCW tried to do that, but it always kind of ended up with, Hulk Hogan getting the championship belt. So, Hulk Hogan or Sting, one of those two.
So I guess they're just trying to get that feeling back.
Yeah, and I kind of getting that feeling with the with what they had been doing with the WWE Championship on Raw, that they were trying to do that mad scramble of like, this is the champion right here, but these other guys are worthy contenders of being the champion. And now that Bobby Lashley and Drew McIntyre are kind of were done, it was like, okay, not only is there a mad scramble for the WWE title, but there was also a mad scramble for the US title.
Oh wait, now that Bobby Lashley's no longer champion, Drew can go after it again.
Yeah,
that's like one thing I just forgot. I'm like, oh yeah.
I mean, do I really want it though? I can't say that I do.
I say not yet.
I'm not about that life with Drew McIntyre. However, they've been kind of like shit in the bed with him.
Yeah.
He's not really
what he was.
He's not really doing too much.
He's just he's just talking to his sword in the hallway.
Yeah, but I'm not feeling it with Drew right now. Maybe he should go back to being a heel. I don't know. He's not a bad face. It's just I like him more as a heel, but that would be the same about anybody else. So
maybe except maybe. Well, what about Big E as a heel?
I've seen him as a heel when he first came into WWE.
Yeah, I remember.
And then also when the New Day first formed, he was a heel, and he's good at it. I'm not saying he's terrible at it, but it's just one of those things where like, I tend to like the heels more than the faces, and that's really no fault on the wrestlers. The wrestlers who are heels are good at being heels, and I'm not against that. It's just the faces are what bother me. They just the same fucking thing, same motherfucking thing.
Except maybe Riddle. He's kind of different.
He's not really a heel though, because Randy Orton's not a heel.
Yeah.
But I mean, I will say this: I did find out where the Miz went. He's on Dancing with the Stars, or for me, I call it Dancing with the Has-Beens, because, I don't know. He's not a has-been.
So
he's still currently a star, but,
out of the wheelchair onto the dance floor.
Yeah. He had to start dancing because it'd be weird if he showed up on Dancing with the Stars and he's still in a wheelchair.
I mean, he could have just sat in the wheelchair and like, I don't know, spun in a circle.
Yeah. So what do they do with John Morrison? They just have him sit there and get jobbed out to Karrion Kross.
Or Omos.
Yeah, or Omos. But everybody's getting jobbed out to Omos. I don't think he's physically lost a match. He's never been pinned.
No, it's AJ Styles who gets pinned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I went on a huge tangent about what's going on Raw. But it's like, it's the things that I want to watch. It's nothing else. There's nothing else on Raw besides, what's going on with the championships as far as, US and the WWE. That's really it. Their tag team division, I don't really care.
No.
I mean, the story, look, Randy Orton and Matthew Riddle, they're doing their thing, but like nobody's really challenging them besides Bobby and MVP.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just one of those things. I'm fine with it. It's fine. It's all fine. All this is fine.
I wonder if they're ever like, we saw the New Day back when Big E won. I wonder if they're gonna try to like, since they have a heel faction on SmackDown, they're gonna get the New Day to have, the tag team titles with Big E as the champion. So we have like a face.
They won't be
faction.
able to do that until the RK Bro loses the title.
Yeah.
They got to lose the title because those are like the way Vince McMahon works. The faces have to lose to a heel so that the heels can be the transition champions for the new faces to take over.
Yeah.
And another thing I kind of been noticing recently, I don't know how true this is. I mean, but you take a look and you tell me, okay? The first person who comes out, let me change it up, okay? So, there's a championship match, right?
Yes.
And the champion comes out first.
Yes.
The champion loses.
Yeah.
That's what I see every single time. I didn't really think about it until just recently.
I mean, I can even give you like a recent example of when Drew fought Randy at Hell in a Cell. He came out first.
Yeah, he came out first, and he lost.
The same with The Fiend.
The Fiend came out first, and he lost.
I think at WrestleMania, wasn't it Riddle who came out first?
I don't remember. It might have been. I don't remember. I think Sasha Banks came out first at WrestleMania, and then she lost.
Yeah,
if I'm correct.
The Mysterios came out first, and they lost.
Yeah, so
that's a pattern we can follow. I guess
it seems like that's the pattern that I'm looking at. Every time I see it, I'm like, that person came out first, because I'm of the mind of that I like to see the champion come out second.
Yeah,
like the challenger comes out, then the champion comes out. That's what I like to see.
Yeah, so that the champion get their entrance like Roman Reigns does it.
Yeah.
It makes more sense.
To me, it does. Even if they're going to lose. But now that I see it, I can't unsee it.
Yeah, it's like now I know who's going to most likely win.
Unless it's the Fiend where he's not holding his Fiend belt. You're like, well, I guess he's not going to lose or he's not going to win since he doesn't have the Fiend belt.
Yeah.
But whatever. I got to move on to SmackDown because I got nothing else for Raw. They don't have any. They have not earned the right to earn any more attention.
Oh, well, I mean, unless you want to talk about the Lily doll.
Like I said, they have not earned the right to talk more about my attention. Okay, so SmackDown.
Well, you see, I actually remember SmackDown.
Yeah, because I watched it. I watched. I don't think we watched it together, but I watched it. And all I was interested in is what's going on with freaking Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar. Yeah. Take me there, son.
Well, see, when we watch SmackDown, obviously, there is times when, like, you see Paul Heyman. I forgot to mention this a long time ago, but, like, he was on the phone, and for his ringtone, it was Brock Lesnar's theme.
Look, I mean, so I guess I'm thinking that when Roman Reigns calls him,
it should be
it's Roman Reigns' theme, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just guessing. Maybe when the Usos call him, it's their music, which I'm kind of getting tired of.
Their music?
Yeah. I don't know what music they should have. Maybe they could have like a music that's similar to Roman Reigns, but not quite Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
I don't know. Roman Reigns' theme to me is just so awesome.
It's like, I don't know.
It's like a final boss in a video game. It's just awesome.
And it's better than when he has the Usos next to him.
Yes. In my opinion. I mean, I know it's going to end, and I'm okay with it because they gave it to me what I wanted. Now you can end. If they hadn't given it to me, I'd be like getting pissed off. No, Finn Balor won't beat Roman Reigns. No, Brock Lesnar won't beat Roman Reigns because they didn't give me my thing.
They didn't give me that. They didn't give me them holding the title several times. I can't. No.
So that's all I'm going to say about that. But keep going.
So basically, one thing I noticed too is like they have these backstage segments where like they're just chasing down Paul Heyman. And like even the Usos and Roman be talking. I'm like, how come you didn't tell me about Brock Lesnar? He's like,
just looks at him. I'm like, see, that's not me. See, every time I have like a question, I'm like, how come you didn't clean your room? And you just look at me like, I need an answer.
Yeah.
That I don't like that kind of thing. It's like, look, just talk like regular people. Like, talk like regular people. When you say, why didn't you? How did you know about Brock Lesnar? How did you know he's not here tonight? How did you know he was not? How did you know he's not going to be at SummerSlam or whatever the fuck? Paul Heyman's got to have an answer. You know, I mean, Roman Reigns is going to beat your ass, and you know he will.
Yeah.
You know, that's what he does. And we're in that rare situation where Brock Lesnar is going to fight Roman Reigns, and Brock Lesnar is not a heel.
Yeah, he's the good guy.
He's a good guy this time. You know, which I don't hate. I don't mind a good guy, Brock Lesnar, but I like the heel one more. That's just what it is.
Yeah, the heel one's the beast.
Yeah, that's what I like even more.
I guess the good guy's like, I don't know. What are you called?
Good guys are called faces.
Oh, yeah. So you just be the face.
Yeah. You know?
The feast.
The feast. You know, yeah. But I mean, look, I like it. I think it's I think that what's going on with that whole situation is fine. And I would love to have Cesaro be in the mix on that too.
Where is he?
He's busy freaking getting his ass whooped by Seth.
Oh, yeah.
You know, as far as like the Seth Rollins, you know, Edge thing, look, I know what they're trying to do, and look, it's fine. I do want to see where it goes.
Yeah.
But I'm not like as invested as I was before SummerSlam. Like SummerSlam, I was like way into it. And now that it's over, and the match was, I think that was one of the matches of the night. I don't think it was the match of the night. For me, that was, you know.
Yeah, the match of the night was
Roman Reigns and Jonathan Cena. But for me,
I thought it was Eve Marie and Alexa Bliss.
I'm so done with Eva Marie and Alexa Bliss and Doudrop, and I'm kind of getting done with Charlotte Flair. You know, I don't need to see any of this. You know, it's just, I don't need to see any of it. Not for me. You know, I would like to see Charlotte Flair in a fantastic feud, and I think she's got the chops for it. I don't mind if she's face or heel, but this one for me ain't it, and I'm not interested in seeing her fight Alexa Bliss. I haven't been for a while. I do not care what is going to happen there, unless something shows me what's going on, and that's all the time I'm going to give to that. But like I was saying, you know, with SmackDown, you know, it's just, it gets better every freaking week to me.
What about the Becky Lynch and Bianca Belair thing?
I think she's trying to capitalize on Roman Reigns' success, in my opinion. You know, maybe she isn't, you know, but she left as a face, came back as a heel, you know, like Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
Left as a face, came back as a heel, you know.
Although people cheered her more than Roman, though.
Came in at the last second for a championship match like Roman Reigns did.
Yeah.
And it took about 2 weeks for us to realize that, you know, Roman Reigns was a bad guy here. And
it took us 2 weeks to
figure that out about Becky Lynch, you know. So I'm not really all about it with her. I mean, she did come out wearing like, you know, a freaking fur red coat, you know, and trying to change her whole personality. And for me, it's like, those kind of things got to be like taken like, you know, small for me. I like long paced storytelling. So she just showed up in a red freaking fur coat with the champion, which I'm like, why couldn't you come out in a blue one?
Because of SmackDown.
Yeah, she came out in a red one.
Yeah.
Why couldn't you come out in a blue one?
She also had sunglasses, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know what she's going for this time around as a heel. I'm looking at it, but right now it's just not speaking to me.
Was it trying to be the drip goddess?
I don't know what she's trying to do, but it's not speaking to me right now. I assume she'll make it good. Becky Lynch is a good, you know, wrestler. She can do it all. She can. It's just right now I'm not feeling it.
Yeah.
And the same thing with Bianca Belair. I'm not feeling it with her either. So
no.
You know, I was feeling it until she lost in 3 seconds. Now I'm like, I don't even care at all.
Yeah.
You know, so they ruined her, in my opinion. Now, I'm pretty sure she can get back to being where she is. WWE has done that kind of thing before. They've screwed up a wrestler and then brought them back. I mean, ask Big E, ask Drew McIntyre, ask, you know, pretty much every wrestler. Ask Roman Reigns. He was screwed up for a long time.
Don't ask Bray Wyatt though.
He's not there. You can't ask him at WWE. I don't know, but I'm waiting to see what happens with that. That's all I can say about that. I'm waiting to see what happens.
At least I want to see what happens.
Yeah, at least there's that.
Whereas on Raw, I'm like, do I really care?
I don't. Raw right now can suck on a monkey's nipple.
Yeah, unless somehow Big E finds a way to fix it.
Well, we'll see. I mean, he's got a whole week of being champion, so
good luck, Big E. You got a whole show to carry.
I just see the thing that's going to happen where they're going to sit there and freaking, keep challenging, Big E to freaking give up a title defense like right now. That's all I can see is just them sitting there freaking pushing Big E to have a title defense right now. Like at the next payper-view or at Extreme Rules. There's no way Big E's not going to freaking Extreme Rules defending the championship.
It's like, they probably, if anything, they'll probably just like put Bobby Lashley in there last second.
I don't know. Whatever's going to happen, it's going to happen. But I'm just like, I want to see Big E get into some good feuds. His
Apollo Crews one wasn't bad.
Yeah, it was fine. He inevitably lost that one.
Yeah.
But it wasn't one of those things where he lost it so he can go get the WWE title right away like freaking Bobby Lashley did. No. Robert Lashley lost the U.S. title to immediately start going after the WWE title.
Big E lost his to kind of just sit around and get the Money in the Bank, I guess.
Yeah, and I was happy he got the Money in the Bank, but I'm happier now that he's WWE champion. So, now what's the next step?
I guess it does kind of make more sense why he went after Lashley. It would make more sense if he went after Roman, but it still makes sense for Lashley because Lashley did beat up the New Day.
Well, he's been trolling freaking Roman for weeks now since he got the Money in the Bank.
But he's like, oh, just kidding. That was a joke.
Yeah, I was actually going after Bobby, but it's like, whatever. I don't really care. But now he's on Raw, so,
I guess he should have been smiling next to MVP.
Well, that just frees up some space so that, they can tell some good stories with what's going on with the IC championship on Raw. I'm sorry, on SmackDown. So maybe they can get Shinsuke Nakamura to stop dicking around and fucking actually defend it.
Shinsuke Nakamura and Rick
Boogs. I Boogs. I don't know why I said Boogs. I know it's Boogs. Richard Boogs.
They just got to do something with that because I haven't seen him in a while. Well, I've seen him, but he hasn't defended it.
He hasn't done anything. Really, he's not really doing anything. He's just kind of in the background. I'm the IC champion. I'm like, all right, things were good, with Happy Corbin and you taking his crown from him and stuff like that, but now let's freaking get into some feuds.
Yeah.
Get Cesaro out there. Let him freaking go for it. If you're not going to let him go for the freaking, the Universal Championship, let him go for the IC title.
Yeah. Let him do something.
Yeah, because this ain't it, Chief.
What do you think about the Finn Balor bringing the demon back?
I'm okay with it, but it's like Finn Balor's demon thing was the whole shtick was that when he becomes a demon, he does not lose.
Yeah, well, he's gonna lose.
That's the thing, I'm like, I think that they're gonna freaking either he's not gonna lose or they're gonna have Roman Reigns be the first one to beat him, just so that they can have that Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar thing, or they could sit there and freaking do us all a solid and have Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns and Finn Balor.
If anything, they'll probably just have Brock Lesnar interrupt it. If they want to save Finn Balor, they'll just have him interrupt it and cause a DQ or something.
Yeah, but then I'm just gonna sit there and be like, man, Finn, you just not having an easy go.
Nope.
They everything you freaking get your contract stolen by Jonathan Cena. Then you sit there and freaking come out and you fight Roman Reigns and you end up freaking getting your ass whipped, because the Usos jumped in.
And then you have to bring the demon.
Then you have to bring the demon out just in time for Brock Lesnar to come in and freaking disqualify your match. You just can't get a fair shake.
Yeah, it's ever since you left NXT, you're just getting destroyed.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see what they do.
Maybe if you want to win, you just need Karrion Kross and wear a knight helmet.
I don't even want to talk about that. I don't know what they're doing there with that. They've. I don't really watch NXT, so I don't know how crazy that is.
He was a force of nature.
Yeah.
But
I guess not anymore. And then I also hear Samoa Joe is fucking.
Yeah, he had to give it up.
He had to give up the title too, and I'm like, okay, well. So then Karrion Kross, I guess they got to have the story just so they could freaking say that happened.
I guess the point was just to get the title off of Kross.
So you go to Raw and freaking do whatever the hell he's doing now
and be a knight.
Whatever. I don't care. I don't know. But that's all I got about wrestling.
Oh, and then I just got that Brock Lesnar attacked the Usos.
Yeah, I mean his suplexes are looking a little less.
Yeah.
But they were doing fine though.
Yeah, and I mean I guess he basically said, I'm gonna challenge Roman too.
I mean, he'll get it. I'm sure he will. There's no way they're not gonna have Brock Lesnar take on freaking Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
They gotta do it. They gotta do it.
I just feel like Brock Lesnar's the guy who's gonna beat him.
I think so too. I hear that they're gonna be fighting at Crown Jewel.
Oh, in Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi. I don't know why I say Sadu.
I don't know why you said it either. But I think that's where they're. I hear that's where they're supposed to be fighting.
I mean, I'm just guessing that Goldberg's gonna fight Lashley there because Goldberg's always in Saudi Arabia.
I think he's been there the last few times, right?
Yeah, he's like always there. So I'm like, I'm sure maybe that's where he finishes fighting Lashley in their weird feud.
Well, we'll see. I don't know. Goldberg is injured, quote unquote injured. So
yeah, but then he made a video saying, "I'm coming for Lashley's soul. He's next."
Well, I didn't say Goldberg was a fantastic, guy at doing promos. In my opinion, Goldberg is not great at promos. I think he was in WCW. He was great at just shutting the hell up. He didn't say hardly anything, and that's where I think his strengths were with him freaking not like jump around, scream, and then that's about it. That's it. That's all I needed him to do. And he was good at that. And so they had him do that. But then, you come to WCW or WWE and he's talking all the damn time. And I'm like, shut the fuck up.
You live by the spear. You die by the spear.
Yeah, look, like I said, he's not great at promos. Even if they didn't write that, which I don't think he wrote that, but still.
Or when he said, and when I'm 10, I was Goldberg. When I'm 50, I'm Goldberg. When I'm 150, I'm still Goldberg.
I don't care. I don't even care. Not even remotely care. It's just if Goldberg comes back, fine.
Just don't win the title.
He draws seats. He gets seats and stuff like that. So I don't have a problem with him. He's fine.
I think he's fine as long as he doesn't win the title.
I just need him to come back and just, if he's going to come back, I'd rather him just come back and freaking just fight some people and just go back off into the sunset. But yeah. Brock Lesnar, I don't mind if he wins.
No. He's probably the only guy who can.
But I also don't want Brock Lesnar to freaking win and then not show up for 6 months.
Oh, no.
I'm not into that. That ends up making the freaking IC title or US title the most important title on the channel.
So it's if Brock Lesnar does win and takes it away, that means then the IC title is not going to really be defended so we're just going to have really the SmackDown Women's title be the most important title on the show.
The last time that they fought, I think Brock Lesnar threw the freaking Universal Championship at Vince.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
So, but oh well, we'll get into the movie as soon as we come back. Hey, you guys, sorry to stop here in the middle of whatever fantastic point that I was about to make about whatever it is you're listening to, but I got to talk to you about this week's sponsor, Anchor FM. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Look, I've been doing this podcast for probably about a little while. And this app is actually very, very, very easy to use. It's been a lot of fun for me and Son to sit there and record. So why don't you get started with anchor.fm. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Now back to the podcast. And we're back.
We are.
Yeah, we are. So what's this movie, boy?
This is Constantine, City of Demon.
Yeah. This movie is pretty good. It's actually having Matt Ryan, who does play Constantine on the TV show.
No, not anymore.
Yeah, well, because the show isn't out. But when it was out, he was Constantine on the show, and he's Constantine animated here.
And he's Constantine in Legends Tomorrow.
Yeah. But he's the same Constantine that was from CW. So CW's Constantine. Okay. I think he's perfectly cast. He's really good at playing Constantine, whether he's live action or animation.
In live action, he looks like him.
But in animation, he looks like him too.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know how else I can say this. I don't speak any other languages. I don't know how else to say that he's the guy to play Constantine
In a movie.
And a TV show.
And an animated movie.
You're fucking with me now. Yeah. So whatever. Matt Ryan, Constantine, great choice. Then you got Damian O'Hare, who's playing his homeboy Chaz Kramer. We got Laura Bailey playing Asia the healer, or the nightmare nurse. Emily O'Brien. She's playing a character named Renee. That's all I can see. Robin Atkin Downs. He's playing the true Nurgle. And Jim Meskimen. He's playing Barul and the fake Nurgle. Then we also have Rachel Kimsey playing the Queen of Angels. Or is she the Queen of Angels or Queen of Demons?
It's Queen of Angels.
Yeah, Queen of Angels. And look, I can say the guy's name. His name is Rick D. Wasserman, but the character he's playing, it's hard for me to say. Okay, I'm gonna butcher it right now. Okay, you see that? You see what that name says?
Yeah.
Okay. Mictlan Te Kulti. I don't know how to say his name properly.
Oh, I'll try this. I'll mess it up too. Mictlan Te Kulti.
That's actually probably correct. That's probably more right than what I said. Mictlan Te Kulti. That's probably what he said. He said it like 50 times in the freaking show.
But the movie Constantine's just like, Mictlan Te Kulti.
He just said it real quick, but he said it, and so it's like, okay, if that's how you say it, then I'll pronounce it like that. Like how they used to say Thor's hammer. People didn't know how to say it when it first came out.
They were like, Majonir.
Yeah. That's what they kept saying, so, but whatever. So I didn't write any notes down for this. So I'm pretty much going off of memory from this movie, but I did watch it very, very recently. So I remember a lot of it. And what I do remember is in the very beginning of this movie, it was Constantine. It was like, it's basically a Constantine origin story.
Yeah.
Okay. Now there's a lot of origins for Constantine. My favorite is actually the one that's from the Constantine movie starring Keanu Reeves. I like that origin story the most, but this one is pretty close to what happened to him. But in this one, basically, he's basically gone insane. Now, I didn't know it was Constantine at the beginning because apparently this takes place 15 years. Excuse me. 15 years before the actual movie takes place. And this is a long movie. It's like 90 minutes.
Yeah.
It's a long movie.
I mean,
there's a lot to
parts of his origin are in the CW show.
Yeah. But the thing is, though, is that in this particular movie, he's going insane, and his best friend, who is Chaz, is basically trying to get him out of being insane. So the movie starts because Constantine can't stop the magic that he's doing. I mean, not that he doesn't have not that he doesn't have a choice. It's just he just can't. He needs to get better at it because of of his origin story.
Yeah.
And basically, his origin story is that he dabbled in dark magic and things like that. So when an actual occultist came out with a girl, he threw an actual demon Nurgle at him, and Nurgle decided to freaking go on a murderous rampage, take the girl that he was trying to save, and take her soul down to hell.
Yeah.
Now this girl didn't do nothing to nobody, so she didn't deserve to go to hell, but she's there just the same, being tormented, and that really fucked up Constantine. So we pick up 15 years later, and now Chaz, his daughter, is she's being possessed. Her soul's been taken by Nurgle, but at this point you don't know it's Nurgle. And he asked Constantine to help him get his daughter back. Okay, so it started in London, and it went all the way to LA.
Yep.
Which is fine. Not a big deal. And basically, Constantine is trying to work for fake Nurgle to kill 5 other demons that we do see. And he kills those 5 other demons who are competition for Nurgle, and he'll give back the girl. Now, don't ever believe in the demons or don't believe in the devil.
No.
Because they will lie to you all the time. And they say it out loud here. I lied. It's like, okay. So this movie is long, and most of this is just exposition. Just like, him going to Nurgle's house initially and learning what he needs to know about this whole entire mission in the first place.
And how he has a swimming pool.
How he has a swimming pool of dead bodies, and the swimming pool of that same swimming pool is like melting those dead bodies so that he can go for a dip in human juice.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
I don't know. He looked kind of like Jabba the Hutt.
At the time, yes. He looked exactly like Jabba the Hutt.
He's like, all right, this is my swimming pool.
Yeah. But later on he ends up not being that way. He ends up actually, being
some dragon demon.
It's like a dragon. Yeah, it's like a serpent dragon demon, 2 arms, a snake's head, and he smiles a lot.
Yeah, like the Joker.
Yeah, but he's a demon. The story really picks up though when Nurgle, not when Nurgle comes in, but like when when Constantine actually starts getting the demons.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
That's when it picks up, because it's really a lot of exposition, because like they animated a lot of freaking like downtime with Constantine, freaking talking to this guy, then going and redoing research and talking to that guy, then going and doing research and talking to this other person, then meeting the actual Queen of Angels and having sex with her in a bar bathroom, and I guess the sex is supposed to like, open his mind to see what she's actually up to. So when they actually meet the villain, his name, or not the villain, the demon, his name is, you don't remember his name?
No.
Oh gosh. Oh jeez.
Whoa, jeez.
All right, what is it? Micton Tektuli.
Yeah, that one.
I guess. I'm never gonna say that again. I'm gonna say Mickers. No, I'm not gonna say Mickers. I'm gonna say
Mickey.
We'll go with Mickey. Yeah, we'll go with Mickey.
Mickey Mouse.
No, that's too far. You're better than that. Yeah, so Constantine has worked and worked and worked and gotten to the point where he is now got 5 demons for old Mickey to eat, because those demons will help him replenish his body. Well, those demons start to kick his ass.
Yeah, and he's like, we're going to fight in a church and we're going to pour holy water
all the way around it.
Yeah.
And that's going to trap the demons inside because they can't get past the holy water. And then I'll just sit in here. I can leave. I'm not a demon. But this will get, old Mickey to eat the other 5 demons, which he does. He does eat the other demons.
Yeah.
And then once that's over and done with, the demons have also been fucking him up. So now he's like, I got nothing else. I got a freaking get my ass back to my house so I can freaking heal. And Constantine's like, nah, son.
He's like, you can rest now.
Yeah, you can rest now. I'm going to go ahead and freaking take you out too. And he kills him. End of story. Done. Right?
Then he buries Mickey.
Yeah. Buries Mickey. And then that's when Nurgle comes out and is like, this is my real plan. And I keep saying the Queen of Angels, she comes out because she's also a demon. And she's like, yeah, I'm one of those good demons. I actually, care about the people. But, I'll let the people who are in comatose freaking die just so that Nurgle can get his feast on. And I'll deal with that.
Yeah.
I don't want to sit there and have a war with this guy because that'll destroy my entire city. So what does Constantine do? Well, Nurgle ain't giving up, his boy Chaz's daughter. No. So he actually freaking has another plan where he goes and gets all the freaking demons to come out and freaking try to attack and kill Nurgle. All right, well, what does Nurgle do? He's like, all right, dude, look, I'm not going to freaking hurt you or anything like that. And for whatever reason, they believe him. Just for him to immediately come back like, I lied.
I'm a demon.
I'm like, why would you ever believe him the first time? Now, of course, they don't believe him the second time they get him caught. And that helps Constantine freaking release Chaz's daughter.
Yeah, but
it comes at a cost, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, so to defeat Nurgle, what do you have to do, son?
Well, he had to use the love that Chaz and his wife and his daughter had. So he had to use that, and he also had to use the friendship between him and Chaz in order to use the spell. So that means like Chaz won't remember his family, and his family doesn't remember him, and then
nobody remembers Constantine.
Yeah,
but people are alive.
Yeah.
Everybody's okay,
They just have no memories of anybody.
Yeah, nobody has memories of anybody except for Constantine, who remembers everything.
Yeah.
Which it's a good question. Like, who's suffering more? The person who lost everything, or the person the only person who remembers that everything was lost?
Probably the person who remembers.
Yeah.
Because they would feel the pain, whereas the people who don't remember, like they don't have any idea.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. It doesn't hurt me, so I don't know anything.
I'm just wondering, since John Constantine could do this, I wonder how many times he's actually done this.
Well, it seems like he knew that he knew that it was a thing that could be done. So who knows?
Maybe he's done it before.
He probably has. I wouldn't be surprised. Told everybody apparently he's been Constantining around for like 15 years. So but that's pretty much the end of the movie, though.
Yeah.
What did you think about it?
I think it's like it's fine. I think there's a lot of exposition, but when it gets to the action, it's good.
Yeah, I didn't hate this movie, but it is 15 minutes
too long.
No, it's actually like 30 minutes too long to me.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of the stuff that they did here, they could have they didn't have to go through all the exposition. And I get that they're trying to do some things to kind of help keep the what's the word? Keep you invested in the characters.
Yeah.
But it just felt like there was a lot that was just added onto this movie that just didn't need to be added onto this movie.
I don't know why, but this movie, like, it didn't feel like it was part of that, the universe.
It felt like it took place
like in its own thing.
Like, yeah, in its own thing, even though it's supposed to take place, and even the placement of it just felt off.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like it should have been earlier in the story.
Yeah.
Because by the time we get to like, what was it? There was like the Justice League Dark.
Mm-hmm.
That takes place after this, and they give you Constantine's origin story, which we really didn't need. We just knew who he was. But like,
this probably should have been before Justice League.
This probably should have been before Justice League Dark, and then maybe it might be better for me. I don't know. It just didn't work. It didn't work for me. I give this one a 3.
Yeah, I'll give it a 3.
I didn't hate it. It's not a terrible movie. It just didn't feel right.
Yeah.
But the movie was okay. It wasn't a bad flick. Well animated, just long as hell. Long as hell for the types of movies that they're trying to make, especially for this one. You know, they've made plenty of other movies that are long as hell but don't feel long.
Like was it Batman Bad Blood?
Batman Bad Blood did not feel long. Suicide Squad Hell to Pay did not feel long, even though it was long as shit. Did not feel long.
No.
You know, it I don't know. It just didn't work for me that much, but it wasn't a bad one. It's just not my favorite out of these. And I've seen a lot of reviews. A lot of people love this fucking movie, and I don't know why. I didn't hate it. I just don't love it. Can I explain that even anymore? I don't know. Did you finally get it? Did you get what I'm trying to say about this movie?
I don't hate it. I just didn't like it.
Yeah. So, but that's all I got. But other than that, though, what else you got, boy? What are you playing?
Well, not really much.
I mean, you're doing school, so I guess you really can't do too much.
No.
Well, I don't know. I'm playing some GTA. I'm playing some Red Dead. I'm trying to platinum Ghost of Tsushima. I don't know if I'm gonna do it though. But we'll see. I'm closer to getting the platinum than I'm not. I got like what? There's like 75 trophies. I got like 55 of them. So, but the game is fine. I like the game a lot. I would love to see what they do with part 2, seeing as how part 1 kind of like told a complete story. So, but we'll talk more about those when we add more videos of what's going on with Ghost of Tsushima. I'm thinking I need to get rid of this 20-minute video thing of long games, because like I got like freaking 9 videos of this game. And I'm thinking I need to freaking like cut out all the story. No, keep the story in, but cut out all the bullshit and make them shorter so I can get through these games. Because like I'm not even halfway through Star Wars.
Oh,
like I finished the game a long time ago, but like I got so much video to edit and for us to record. I don't know. I got to figure it out. Plus, there's also the fact that I'm thinking I need to start actually like let's playing it and getting reaction as I play them.
Yeah.
Because this after stuff is like starting to kick my ass. It's like how we sat there and freaking had to record multiple videos more than once.
Yeah.
I'd rather not have to do that.
I mean, there was like 2 that we had to do more than once. And
yeah.
But the first time we did it was pretty bad.
So I'd like to get past that. But I don't know. It is what it is. But you can check out all of our content on YouTube, Gentleman Jug. We also got a Instagram at Gentleman Jug and Twitter, Gentleman Jug.
Very original.
Hey, you know what? It's not difficult to find me. Okay, it's what I'm using. And we're getting subscribers now. We're getting actual freaking likes and stuff like that. So if you like this video, put I don't know what they do whatever you're listening to it on, I guess give it the 5 stars, the gold thumbs, whatever the hell they have.
I'm surprised you didn't say, dude, do what all the other podcasters tell you to do.
I don't even know what they are. I listen to like 4 podcasts and none of them say this. So, but whatever, You got anything else?
I drank some water.
All right, so the next podcast will be available
when it's ready.